Scene 3.
We were doing non-player characters.
Okay. So you have to just draw another sprite on the screen and make it kind of appear and do stuff.
Yeah. I think the word "just" in that sentence is a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay.
So we spent about 50 minutes trying to work out why the NPCs weren't appearing on the screen, and it turned out there was a couple of lines we had to add to this file here.
NPC manager.
Add sprites wasn't doing anything to the NPCs, so you can see there's a couple of so it's like
That's good.
hey. And then when is the other one on the place?
Let's see. We didn't. Yeah.
Like say one line.
Because if I remember correctly, in Pygame you add sprites to like a sprite manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you do stuff that changes the state of your sprite,
yeah.
And then you call the update method on the sprite manager, which displays stuff changes on the screen.
This has an extra layer, which is the layers, which you add the groups to the layers.
Yeah,
right.
Doing that.
Okay.
And obviously in Pygame you don't have to add anything to anything. You can just have a sprite which you call update on and move around.
Yeah.
You know, so not that we necessarily knew how to do that. But yeah, this has several layers. Layers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Inception. Yeah. Okay. So you solve that problem in the appropriate layer, and so you've got a sprite appearing on the screen?
Yeah. Should we, I guess we can demo what we got first and then go through it. Ah, there he is.
So you made him move.
It's a little bit high size. Too much coffee. Something's going to he's battle stuff.
He's running away. Bumblebee.
Come over to me.
So what have you done to your map? Because that
That's a much better map.
There he is.
What do you mean?
I think he's on the screen.
There he is. Keep up to that.
He's gone.
He's gone up that way, probably out of the screen. It's actually a game now, yeah.
What you'll notice is that NPC bears no relation to the map below it. If you stop moving a minute, right, he just stays there, and if you move across, he looks like he's moving across the map when you move, when you scroll.
Yeah. Oh, right.
He's just moving with respect to the window.
Right. And he's also jumping all over the trees.
I think his layer is above.
He's a flying old man. It's Gandalf or someone.
It's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
Because you added the NPCs to the last layer, so I think that's why it's at the,
Oh, yeah, it's
on the
not
top.
so yeah.
Of course. Okay.
That's great.
So the place where we've done it is it's kind of a bit of a hack, I suppose. We've got all these classes in here, right? We've got these sprite classes. And the big one is this character sprite, which is kind of where a lot of stuff is done, and you're inheriting from that. It's got all the PNG stuff, the splitting of the PNGs and whatnot. It's also got these like move, update, draw methods. We kind of ignored them, I guess, a little bit because we couldn't figure them out or didn't have enough time. So we just sort of hacked it straight in as this here. This is basically it. That's what you're seeing on the screen there.
Right.
So we just basically sometimes randomly move him randomly in any direction. So we should have had a move check here, which if you look at the actual hero character, you get an idea about what we should have done.
Yeah.
Basically, and the hero character is quite bulky. It's got a lot of, where are we? Is this it? Yeah, player sprite. So basically, we would probably going to have to try and create something akin to the player sprite, but with some different bits. So in here, where it's moving, we'd be doing something different. This is where we'd have our randint kind of little while direction, this direction, move this way for a while or something. Make it realistic, and the encounter would have to check. You don't collide with the player as well, I guess, and those other things, but we just didn't bother because it was out of time.
I was trying to do this approach. In fact, you pass the thing.
Sure, yeah.
This one. Oh wait, yeah. I copied all those functions over into the NPC character. Unfortunately, you couldn't really get it working. I had him appearing like you did. it says halfway through that. I'll have to do that.
Yeah. Mirror your screen.
If you get the mismatch between kind of L shape with rocks, so you see those A's in an L, and then if you look at the
Hey.
so you can draw.
This is the new Ubuntu.
Yeah, look. It is. I find the program navigation worse than the previous one.
It only works for canonical here.
Other than that, it's really good. So I've got this new function here, run NPCs, and it just sets a random direction, because that's how the player works. The player's direction is set by what key you press, so I've just copied that same methodology of setting the direction, and this runs NPC here if you press the T character. So I think if we could build what you've done and what I've done together, because when I press T,
He goes in the direction.
he randomly
Turns
turns.
into the right direction, yeah.
So this is setting left, right, up or down in his direction, and then all those functions I've copied over from the player function, the player's class, have kicked in and it's changing the sprite to the correct, presumably the correct way around. He doesn't move though.
He's the more pensive version.
Waiting for something.
Yeah.
Sage.
It doesn't teleport.
I think it would
It
just
looks like
make,
he's got like angles as well, like he can face into the diagonal direction.
Well, the
Look
PNG,
at that. Oh, it's just
Whoa.
It looked like diagonal, but
it's got 9 directions in the image file, right? If you look at the PNG images, there's
Oh, right,
9
okay,
different.
fine.
It's sort of one big image, but it's got 9 sub-images in it.
Right.
So I'm guessing he's in relation to the screen as well, not
Yeah,
in relation to
rather
that,
than
which
the
is why you're as you're moving
Yeah.
over.
that's why you're talking to the top of the ghost. Yeah. He's in different layers.
It still seems like there's more abstraction, doesn't it? Like if you can map that things are moving
Cool.
rather than off.
Any questions? Awesome job.